Shalom. I hope everybody's been having a good weekend and you enjoyed your holiday. Hope everybody had a good Shabbat. So, I haven't put out any videos in quite some time. It's been about a month. And I had my reasons why I haven't done that. But that's not the purpose of me doing the message now. The message now is because of the trend of severely disturbing things that I have been seeing lately. So what I'm going to start off with is this past election. Now, I'm going to start on the conservative side of the house. Now, anyone who is a true believer in faith should have a conservative mindset, being a father and a mother, raising children in a house, or wherever you choose to raise them. So, with this election season, we had Donald Trump, who got reelected back into the White House for a second term. Now, the problem I see here with this is the fan base. Having a hard time even getting the words out of my mouth right now. Have been treating him as if he was God. They have turned Donald Trump into, they have become idolaters. They are worshiping this man as an idol. They're worshiping as if he is God himself. Over in Israel, they gave him a special award. And you have the people that are Jewish referring to this man as the Messiah. He then received an award from and some accolades from the people out of Islam, referring to him as the Mahdi. And for those of you who do not know what I just said, the Al-Mahdi in Islamic eschatology is their Messiah. So, and for those of us in the faith, that would be the anti-Messiah. But, so you've got both groups looking at him in this direction. You got people here in the States. I've never seen something so fervent. The way people react when they get around him, and they get into these rallies and stuff. It is mind-boggling. But yeah, it everything that has been happening over the last several years did propel the man to win a second election. That being said, there are some members around his cabinet picks that should be concerning for some people. One particular person and that I bring up about this is Elon Musk. Regardless of what some people may think, Elon Musk is not someone, in my opinion, that should be trusted. The man, to me, the man is dangerous. So, that being said, now I'm moving on to the Democrat side. The liberals that have lost the election. The same thing that happened in 2016 is happening all over again. You have these people in the Democratic Party that are losing, that they need psychological help is what they need. What they're doing, the behavior that's coming out of these people. I was talking to a friend of mine about this earlier, and these people, a lot of them, it's almost like they have been taken over by demonic spirits. I mean, this is insane. Talking about using to poison people. A lot of these women talking about going out and shooting people on the guys on the street, white men. You've got people that have already been killed in some very gruesome ways because of the election results. People inside of households and their own children have killed. There was a case up in Washington State where this woman, who was also the caregiver for her father, who was home-ridden basically, he voted for Trump. She didn't, and she, from what I understand in the report, choked him out to unconsciousness, and then hacked him to death with an hatchet, or with an axe, axe. I'm not sure which. It's things like this that are happening, and this is I have seen like these compilation videos of people on TikTok and whatever thing, and it's severely disturbing behavior. You have parents out there trying to convince their children to go and beat up on these other kids because of what their parents did. I mean, are you crazy? And the things that I've seen I know the difference between moderate Democrats and this fringe, just completely insane group. So, and then one of the things that I've been hearing, one of the biggest gripes is all of these liberals are complaining because their rights to, essentially murder their unborn children, or they think it's being taken away from them. They're going nuts over this. I saw one question that was being asked, what would you rather have, free abortions or free college tuition? They said free abortions. So, yeah. The other stuff that I'm seeing that is starting to get very disturbing is the use and it's almost like warp speed that this is happening. The use of artificial intelligence is starting to creep out, and it's getting crazy. So I'm going to start off with earlier where I was mentioning Elon Musk. So there is more talk that has been coming up through the grapevine about the use of RFID chips in your hand for everything, medical records, your finances, your bank, your spending, all that. The whole thing with the digital currency. And now you have Neuralink that has been approved for use. And it's seriously troubling, the stuff that's coming out. So you're talking about a digital platform for money. So there will be a blockchain setup that they will be able to track every single thing you buy, your pattern, anything. Just kind of like how they have in China, that eventually it will be, there will be a social credit score, and if you're not towing the line, you're going to have certain privileges taken away from you, up and to include your account being shut down where you can't access your money. And they already did that up in Canada with the protests with the truck drivers. They had their digital accounts and they shut down their bank accounts. The other stuff that I'm seeing that's disturbing is these artificial intelligent robots that over at Tesla they're wanting to put in people's homes. The artificial intelligence thing, they've already got these robots. They're in certain assembly areas over in Europe that are giving an entire worship service. And the last time I checked, only somebody of flesh and blood can do that is filled with the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. Artificial intelligence, they're talking about modifying and reworking and creating an artificial intelligence generated Bible. And the thing that I saw today that was just, I couldn't believe the heresy that I saw with this, that they are creating an artificially intelligent Jesus to hear people's confessions. I have heard of some crazy one flew over the cuckoo's nest, but I couldn't believe it when I saw it. And if anyone has a shred of common sense in their brain that have read and studied their scriptures, they're going to understand how dangerous this is. They're playing with fire, literally. I mean, it says flat out in the Ten Commandments, you are to have no other gods before me. That is the first commandment. I mean, it says that, the first and greatest commandment, you are to love Yahweh your Elohim with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. This is the foremost and the greatest commandment. Last time I checked, an artificial intelligent robot doesn't fit that mold. They're creating these AI robots to do other things that I'm not going to get into, but I mean, is this seriously the route that we're heading to? You've got RFID chips to be implanted in the hand, Neuralink to be implanted in your brain to interface with a computer system that you normally wouldn't be able to deal with. Now we're talking about AI, an AI Jesus or Yeshua, an artificially intelligent generated Bible, an artificial intelligent robots giving worship services. I mean, are you serious? Next thing, we're going to have artificially intelligent parishioners. But I digress. But, that is the direction that society is headed towards. And then, anyway, I hope everybody that hears this understands it. And, share this information. Look up the information that I'm talking about in here. Look it up. It's fully accessible on the web right now. And try to understand that things are getting out of hand. And it's happening at a very rapid rate. The other bit of information that I found out about just before I got in my home tonight is the European Union is talking about sending EU soldiers into Ukraine. And, I flipped over and was looking at the comments section about that, and somebody popped off with a question, could the EU be the new revised Roman Empire? Very well could be. I mean, we have the United Nations, now you got the European Union. I mean, talk about you sit here and blend both of those things together, and then what do you have? The largest military force on the face of the planet. I'm not saying that that's what that is or that's what it's going to be. I'm just saying, keep your ear to the ground when it comes to stuff like this. So, with that, like I said, I just wanted to get this information out there and share my thoughts on, what's happening and, the things that are going on. It's just, like I said, it is insane. Remember, there is only one God of the universe, and that is the God of Israel, that all of us, supposedly all of us, are professed our faith towards. There is only one Messiah, that's Yeshua, who is the King, Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. So with that, I hope everybody has a blessed day or night whenever you end up watching this video. So with that, brothers and sisters, shalom.